Hi guys, I just want to do something fun and simple, so I'm just going to be doing the Draw This in Your Style that Lord Gris or Griselda, I know her name is Griselda, so I'm just going to call her that, is hosting right now. And I wanted to film my entire process of me just coming up with my personal idea for this illustration and how I want to draw my version of her and how I look for references and yeah, just how I develop something like this. And yeah, just thought it would be a chill and fun video to do, and especially since I haven't done something like this in forever. So I already opened Google and I'm kind of looking, or I had the idea of her not only being in the clouds with the paper plane, but then also holding a paper plane herself, maybe to make it more interesting and yeah, to get a little bit more of a storytelling element into it. So I kind of wanted to look for a child holding a paper plane or just any person holding a paper plane. So that's what I was kind of looking for. And I'm not entirely sure how I want to do it yet. So either her holding it up, or I could also imagine her just holding it like this. So I'm going to just get a few references of people holding planes and then I can use them later to create my own pose. So I'm just going to collect some. Yeah, also really like these because they are more diverse. Okay, so she also has this really cute bob. So I think I also want to take a look at a few hairstyles like this and then also maybe look at some clouds and see how I want to stylize them. Yeah, just looking at some hairstyles and faces, just so I can make her look more specific and not just like all my faces look, you know. So I do really like her, so I'm going to save her. And then I also want to look at some clouds, just so I can make them look a little bit more realistic. Oh, I do really like these colors, so I probably will also save this. And in the original drawing, it is very blue and it looks like, I'm going to go back, and it kind of looks like there has been like a blue overlay layer put over everything. But I do want to kind of make it look like there is a sunrise coming from the clouds, so kind of like this. So I think that's what I'm also going to include. So maybe even save this, and I could possibly make her hair be like galaxy, kind of like this. So yeah, just by looking up some pictures like this, I can already get a pretty good idea of what I want and what I don't want. So I don't want it to be quite as monochromatic as this. I already really like what she has going on with the face and with her skin, because that kind of breaks up the whole color palette, but I want to make or add more warm tones and make it a little bit more orange and add some strong orange light. So yeah, that's kind of what I want, and maybe add some subsurface scattering later on in the process and just make it more diverse. Maybe strong light photography. Maybe see if I can get something I would want to use. I don't know, maybe something like this. Just for reference, I'm not going to copy it exactly or anything, but just to, yeah, I don't know, to get my ideas going. So I'm also going to save her. I will probably mirror this in my reference app later on, just so it's easier. And I also want there to be kind of light coming from behind her and illuminating her from behind. So I'm also saving that. And yeah, I think now I have most of the references I need. And we have them right here. I kind of want to organize them a little bit more so they fit this kind of more narrow look. Okay, and I think I'm just going to keep it like this, and I'm going to start drawing, I'm using the 6B pen at full size, at maximum size, and I'm just going to start by sketching in where she is roughly going to be. So I think she's going to be tilted a bit and make up most of the size of the canvas. And then let's start with the sketch layer. So I want to keep this kind of pose roughly. She is shown from above, and I do really like the way that looks, so I'm going to keep that kind of perspective, and I am going to orient her face and her features and her hair, make kind of like a mixture of these two girls. So yeah, I'm just going to start and sketch out the way I want her to look. I'm just kind of laying down the general shape of her hair, so kind of like this swooshy line, and then I just place all the strands accordingly, just so that it kind of creates a more coherent shape. This is not how hair would typically look in real life. She kind of gets this shape right here, but I want to exaggerate it a bit more and really make it look like that shape, but then also have some strands coming out of it and make it more interesting and diverse. So yeah, it's supposed to look like her hair is kind of flowing into this direction as well, just like the paper planes do. And I think it's also that way, yeah, in this drawing. It's kind of more ominous, so her hair is going into all kinds of directions, but I think I want to push that direction even more. And now she isn't really seen from above, but kind of from below. It kind of looks like that, so I'm going to see if I want to keep that or change it depending on what we do now. It could be interesting to draw her slightly from below as well, since she is in the clouds, kind of like a goddess or something, and it could be interesting to see her that way. So maybe I'm going to try that. So make her look like she's really floating and above us a bit. Could be interesting. To make that even more noticeable, I'm going to also draw her nostrils in like this. And I also wanted to add her holding one of the paper planes. So what I kind of want to do is add clouds like this, and then just, have her arm obscured. It would be kind of like here, and then she is holding the paper plane like this. So I'm kind of looking at this while I'm drawing, so I'm not going to copy it perfectly, just kind of get an idea of what a paper plane looks like and what her holding the paper plane could look like. So kind of like this, maybe making it a bit smaller as well. So kind of like this, covering her nipple, because she is not wearing anything, right? So we kind of have to be careful. And I feel like there could be one more right here or something. We do want an odd number, but maybe I'm going to do a very faint one right here or something. We will see. Maybe I need to exaggerate her hair into this direction even more. And then we have clouds around her like this. I'm going to take a closer look at the clouds I gathered right here. So I do really like the way these look. So if we take a look at these, I think these would be the ones that are in front of her, or this is what they would look like. Then we have these kinds of clouds right here. And then we will also have some clouds that are kind of darker right here and that get lighter at the top, kind of like this. And I also really like the idea of kind of having a small rainbow right here or something, and that the sun or the light is shining kind of like a halo behind her. So yeah, this is kind of my idea. We will see if I'm able to make it work. It also looks okay if I mirror it, maybe. Yeah, I see what I will do. But yeah, this is kind of like my idea. Now I just need to add some lines and actually draw her. But I do really like what it looks like so far. I thought I might show this as well for anyone who is new. I'm making a new layer and I'm now going to do the lines using the clean inker from the Comics Max Pack. And I kind of go at 5%, I think. I always have to see what it will look like with the canvas size and the size of the girl I'm drawing. But yeah, 5% seems about right. And I really want to try to kind of, yeah, maybe paint using Procreate at some point. So I'm kind of contemplating if I should try painting this, but I will see. Because I've only really digitally painted in Photoshop before, because I really like the Loish brush set for painting and using the soft round brush, and I wouldn't really know which brush to use for painting in here or which one I would like. And yeah, I'm interested in using the smudge tool right here and try blending colors with it. I've seen a lot of people using the smudge tool a lot when painting, so I kind of want to try it out myself. So maybe, yeah, we'll see if it happens for this illustration. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. This is where my iPad used to be. Now I'm just kind of painting here in the corner so that Mila has enough space to sleep. And oh, she's leaving. So this is where I'm at right now. I made a sketch layer and then kind of refined her face a bit. Then I just made different layers for each of the parts of the illustration. So I kind of made a background layer where I just started layering all the background elements and started just developing the light a bit more. And then I also made a layer for the skin and just did some very, very rough shading. So I'm going to hide what I painted. So this is kind of the rough shading that I did, and then I just painted over that on a layer on top of everything, and did a layer for the hair, just painted in there as well, just very roughly, just to get a gradient in. Then I also did a layer for the clouds in the front, and now I'm just kind of painting and just slowly chipping away at this. So you can kind of see here I'm just laying in everything and starting to paint. And I'm using the hard round brush from the Lowish brush set. I was able to import it from the computer onto my iPad, which is really cool. And I also made a layer on top for these kind of glowing bits, but I'm just going to add them now and just keep painting on one layer. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just color picking and then painting. And I just lay in stuff very roughly, kind of like this, not pressuring, adding too much pressure, just kind of a tiny bit. And then I also go in with the smudge tool with the soft shade. Go in and smudge some areas a bit, but I also really like leaving some hard edges like these and then also some texture. So I might even smudge this a bit. But just leaving a bit of the texture, and I feel like is really pretty. But I also want to have some soft edges just to get some contrast in. And yeah, right now I'm just working on the eye. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I want to do everything, but I'm just, oh my god, Mila. I'm just kind of going along. Don't have enough experience in painting, I feel like. Oh my god, Mila was quiet all day. We went out and we came back and I started painting and everything was fine, and now she's just, yeah, you can hear her. Yeah, I don't have a ton of experience when painting, so I'm just kind of winging it, but I'm having a lot of fun, so I don't mind. And I'm glad I'm also recording the process for you guys. So I do really like adding shading and painting on top, but I also really like playing with lines like this. So I try to do shading first and everything, but then also, yeah, just add some kind of sketchy lines on top just to make it look more expressive. And I'm just kind of experimenting and seeing how far I can go with that. But yeah, that's where I am right now, and I think I'm just going to keep going like this. I'm starting to go towards the more final stages of the drawing. So now I have pretty much covered all the sketch lines, and I'm just refining and refining. And something I just did is I made a copy of all the lines on a new layer. So this is what it looked like before. Just the drawing, then I made the copy and blurred the entire thing with Gaussian blur, and I added a layer mask just to add the focus back where her face is and to blur out the outer paper planes, just to give the whole illustration more depth and to add the focus back to her. So what I'm now doing is painting on top of that again, and I think what I want to do is to add some sparkles and to refine her hair more, and just add some stars into the sky and some glow, or kind of like a shine coming from behind her. I think something like that, maybe some lightning effects and stuff, just to make it look more magical. I think that's kind of what I'm going for. I don't know, I'm just experimenting kinda to see what I want. But I do want the stars in the sky, and then maybe also even add some darkness back into this on the outside or something, because I'm not really sure if I want to have stars in the clouds right here or not, or just refine them a bit more. Yeah, in kind of the stage where I have to make some decisions and stuff. But yeah, I do like the stars in the sky and in her face. So what I think I'm going to do is just refine the clouds a bit more and make them look more interesting, and add some depth or some sharpness back into them and into her hair. And I think then I'm just going to go over it with some effects just to finish it off. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, again, I don't have a perfect workflow for painting yet, so I'm just kind of experimenting with what I like and what I don't like and what I want to do. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. I started editing the video and realized from the beginning on I wanted her to hold the paper plane actually, and I completely forgot. So I just added in her holding the plane in front, just like I had sketched it earlier. So this is what it looked like beforehand, and then I just added in her hand like this. And I think this looks better. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's what I have come up with. And I'm going to also flash it on the screen in digital form so you can see it better. Yeah, I had a lot of fun drawing this, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was interesting. I'm learning more things about digital painting every single day. So yeah, and I'm happy to bring you along with me on my journey, and I will be talking to you in the comments. Bye!